Getting all the collectibles just makes up for that missed skip in Sunset Heights.
Nobody would have said anything if you hadn't pointed it out.
I know. Alright, where are you going?
Up and over.
Up and down and all around.
On some kind of holiday, it seems.
It's a deliberate fake-out one that goes behind you, isn't it? Now that's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Go away.
Alright.
Now, something that I didn't realise until practically the end of the game is that I don't know whether it's just once you've seen a chest or whether you have to actually interact with the chest. But if you find a chest that you can't actually open, it will mark it on your map.
That's a good idea, actually, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, as I said, I can't remember whether it's if you see it, it will proc it to go, there you go, this chest is here, or whether you have to kind of try and open it and fail to open it, but it can do it, and that is quite useful for if you're hunting things down.
Would be nice if they gave you, like, an option to mark all, like, the nuts and bolts in the world after you're done. I'm sorry, I have to do this. I need redemption.
It's across the water, so this one's a cool one visually, I know.
Yes, although if I recall correctly, this one can be a bit of a challenge.
No, I'm giving it a shot. Well, it seems to be helping you along a lot so far. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'd do it.
Do you feel redeemed?
A little bit. Damn you.
That Doomsurf really took the imp out of that stomp, didn't it?
It sure did. Well, you know what? I can warp using this. Challenge list. Let's have a look here.
Yeah, it goes to one of the ones where there's a gap in it.
There we go. Need a quick way to get up here.
You might have also noticed that that warp there was like almost instantaneous, which, again, we're on SSDs now. I'm not sure how quick that would be on the last gen versions, because this game did also get PS4 and Xbox One releases. Apparently they're not terrible. Like, I think they're, like, for this part they are capped at 30, but, you know, like, the 360 version of Sonic Generations was as well, so I'm not too surprised about that.
So, from what I remember of seeing the Digital Foundry video on it, yeah, it's pretty alright. I mean, I think, yes, the load times are noticeably slower. I think it is the difference of, like, 2 seconds versus 10 seconds type deal. But, it's... Yeah, the worst one is definitely, obviously, the Switch port. But even then, that's not the worst thing in the world. Like, considering what this game is doing, the fact that the Switch can play it pretty decently is awesome, considering how vastly different in power the Switch is to any of the modern consoles.
Yeah, across the board, Shadow Generation seems to have held up pretty well. A lot of the problems are mostly in the Sonic side, which is unfortunate, especially on the Switch, where it picked up frame pacing issues that weren't even there on the 360, and that's like... If you're gonna re-release a game and it's actively worse than the original one, that's when we have a problem, you know?
Agreed.
Colours Ultimate.
Where are you going, little buddy, ignoring that? I still haven't played my copy of that.
It's really disappointing, because, like, I think if I'm going to replay Colours now, I probably would still go back to Colours Ultimate, purely because it's like a version of the game that runs at 60 on PC. That is sacrificing literally everything else for the benefit.
Freeze.
It was just a really unfortunate set of circumstances that led to that game, and it kind of annoys me that they went to the effort of making a source code port that got that many problems, when you could probably have emulated it just fine and no one would have cared.
Definitely is unfortunate, but at least Generations has turned out a much better sort of remastering, even if it's not perfect.
Oh yeah, it's definitely much better treatment than Colour's got. I think the thing that bothers me quite a bit about like the PC version of Sonic Generations, comparing it again to the PC version of like the original release, the load times to go into a level are noticeably a bit longer, at least on my end. For a game where you're going to be playing the levels over and over and over, trying to get better runs down, you know, it starts to add up a bit.
That's fair.
Yeah, totally get you, mate. Right, beware of the pillars that pop up.
Oh, I remember this one being a little bit fiddly when I played it, so let's see how you do here. Like, there's parts of this level that feel more like Mario platforming to me than Sonic platforming, which is probably why I personally had trouble, because, you know, I have exactly one skill set. I am a one-trick pony in the strictest definition.
Yeah, that's probably the most terrifying moment of this entire level, because just like, oh god.
And then sometimes it does that, which is a little bit annoying to time it.
Why yes, dear viewer, I have gone face first into the fucking spikes before. Why do you ask?
Haven't we all? But that one, you can actually just stay in there until the spikes go back up. It's just very tight timing if you choose to do it that way.
Right.
Yeah, it does look like one of the wall jump walls with that colour scheme, doesn't it?
They probably should have had a slightly different approach.
It's okay. I wanted the collectible, it's fine. Oh, not the beginning.
Yeah, unfortunately you now need to collect everything all over again.
Motherfucker.
It's only short and you know what you're doing, it's fine. But that one, once you get a groove down, like, you can get that particular one fairly easy, so it's not like having to re-get it's that big of a deal.
I know, but I want to whine all the same.
Well, whine about things that bother me rather than things that bother you, because I'm the one with the correct things that annoy me.
There, now you have seen the face plant cut.
He's really trying, that guy down there, aren't he?
I was gonna say, I see you, motherfucker.
It's when he sort of just hovers over the top of the moving platform that it's annoying, because it's hard to tell whether he's gone into the double jump state at that point or not.
Mm-hmm. Booyah, motherfucker. Let the record show I was not crushed by the pillars in the correct timeline.
I didn't get crushed by the pillars the correct way, I got crushed by the spikes instead.
Alright, time to take out some egg gunners.
I think this one can be another frame rate tank if you hit them wrong. Because they do like their fancy explosion effects here, which I respect what they're going for.
I mean, it's just a level where you destroy shit. I hope you weren't expecting in-depth commentary.
Yeah, I've got nothing to really add here. It's like one of the missions from Black Knight or some shit. And it's over already, so there really was nothing to it.
I think I missed the last collectible. No, I missed the second one.
Hmm. Ah well. We'll survive.
You're behind me, aren't you? No, I'm in front of you. Right, so we just have to do the Sunset Heights ones now. Where are you going?
Oh, that's using the fans. There's no way that one weren't going to use the fans. Oh, this is the one where you got to work your way down around the spikes. Yeah. This one's probably the most fiddly of all of them. Stomp. Oh, you didn't need to.
It's alright, I had a minor heart attack, several strokes, and, you know, a terrible case of chaotic diarrhea.
Well, I'm glad we're recording remotely.
There's bingo on the table.
Unfortunately. I'm glad that's not the level they brought back from Heroes, I gotta be honest with you.
Fair.
Alright, so you are going down there.
Straight in the drink, I know.
I'm following you.
Yeah, this one basically just has a nice little stroll around the water.
At least the ones that go in the circular pattern, you got the good old trusty trick of sticking to the inside and they're easy. It's the ones that sort of zigzag behind you that can be a bit of a pain in the arse.
Alright, so Sunset Heights ones, no?
Now, where have they put them? Because annoyingly, the waypoint switches to the boss door when you've got enough.
It's just above us, actually. The place I was dicking around in before.
The place that you could have saved you dicking around with until now.
I think if you find this place... No, it's if you activate one of these and go away, you can walk to it.
That makes sense, yeah, because by that point you've already explored and worked your way up to it. So yeah, there's no need for it to force you to do it again. Okay, now are we gonna cash in this one ring this run or not?
We'll see, Flame.
Some of these challenges, and this isn't something I'm going to hold against the game because like they did the same thing in Sonic Generations as well, but you can kind of tell when they've just been handed the like Mario Maker-esque toolkit to just stick assets wherever they like. I will say that jumping, like making jumps like you just did there, are one of the parts where I do still have a bit of difficulty with Shadow's control in 3D here. Because it can be just that little bit slippery, and because like at the angle there, you're not really seeing any shadows from him, so it can be a bit hard to gauge depth.
I think you just need to get good, Flame. I feel the control is better even than Frontism.
Okay.
As long as we're on the right page, Flame.
I'm just saying, like, you can't skill issue me if I skill issue myself.
Booyah. It's not an S rank, but, you know, that was a collection run, so it'll do.
For that one, for the, like, collectible items that are moving in the air, like, you do kind of have to sacrifice your perfect, like, S rank for that, don't you?
Reach the goal in time while dodging a large number of spiked iron balls.
I mean, that was basically just the last level as well.
Love that piano drop.
These remixes of Sunset Hill are really cool, and I do like that they did still keep the Sawtooth synth like as the lead here as well. Because like I know that was a bit contentious in Forces, but I think this level did use it really well.
It might be my favourite remix on the OST, actually.
There's a lot that I like. I don't know if I could pick an overall favourite, but like the soundtrack is just consistently solid here.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
Like, I do really like the Teddy Lloyd remix from the opening level. That's, like, just a really powerful opening for the game. And, like, I just wasn't expecting Teddy Lloyd to show up here either, so there's that too.
Booyah. Missed the first one, that's fine.
But you got the S that time, so it balances out.
It does. Key for me, but not for thee.
Yeah, you want to get this one set up ahead of time before trying to chase the music note here, because you're gonna need it. Yeah, that will probably do you. Yeah, you can jump up to that just fine.
Also, to be honest, I would just do the missions now.
Well, that's what I'm here for, Rich.
But there's all these temptations.
I believe there's like a third switch here, but I'm not sure where it is.
I think it will reset if you do a mission, so that's just something to think about.
Yes, I do believe it will reset, but to be honest, I would say we're at that point of the evening where missions would be beneficial right this moment.
It's getting antsy.
These look like platforming things, so there we go.
It was just sort of hidden away behind the thing. It was sort of like that one fucking like thing in the Frontiers DLC that we were on for ages, just trying to find that one lost switch, wasn't it?
God, yeah, I forgot about that.
Because it's like was obviously cut down in post, I don't think people realised that we were there for like a fucking hour.
Goody gumdrops. No, I want that. Massacre!
You can get that on the normal intended path, you just got to be a bit careful with your jumps.
There we go. Do it smart this time, Tom. There's a good idiot.
Wouldn't that make you a bad idiot?
Huh. Wise words from Flame.
That was the smartest thing I've ever said.
Someone was having fun in the death room that day. I want to see Shadow fly about. It's proper cool.
Well, I mean, that guy did give us the end of Space Colony Arc Act 2, so I like that guy.
I don't know why the Beatles... Oh, right, I have to do both of these. I don't know why the Beatles were in the dev room that day and also alive, but you know.
Oh, was that meant to be a Scouser accent? Because it didn't sound like it. Also, 2 of the Beatles are still alive, come on.
You are being a... I'm so angry I can't even form sentences right now.
Yeah, if I nitpick you on 2 things at once, it's just like a double whammy there, aren't there?
Mine.
Yes, please, giant robot, you serve us.
I do really like this level. It's quite a clever little maze setup, and yeah, just getting to use the Death Egg robos. It's just quite fun.
It is nice to have this little bit of platforming here as well, and this is a section where, like, I'm not sure exactly what it wants you to do to get that one, but using your Chaos Controller on the way back here helps a lot.
Well, that's entirely what it's expecting you to do.
Oh, right, yeah, that makes sense.
Bada bing!
So, Tom,
Yes?
if you'd just, gone for it, you might have gotten that S rank.
I know, but I hesitated.
The killer of so many Sonic level runs.
Right, let's just grab the key and move on. Don't worry about the collectibles for now.
Let's go take on the next boss.
Which, to be fair, was a pretty good one. Cosmic Fall. What a fucking nightmare of a level.
Banger music track, though.
If you say so, Flame.
Smooth.
Thank you. I wasn't actually sure what I was doing there, but damn if it didn't look cool. Alright, let's finish up the first session with another look into Shadow's past.
And another instance of Shadow proving that he's just that much better than Sonic.
Like, you can tell who it is already now, can't you?
The intro to this song is so good, it gets me every time.
It's one of the best Crush 40 themes, isn't it? There's our boy Metal Overlord. Like, his model here looks so cool as well, even just like these subtle reflections on him.
Revolver Ocelot.
Like, they've put him in the water area, just like making the connection to Leviathan even more obvious. So, like, that's something that I didn't realise until not that long ago, actually. Like, that's his inspiration, and it's more obvious in the Japanese dub of Heroes, because he does actually straight up quote lines from Leviathan from the Bible in his, like, boss.
Ah.
So, like, they knew what they were doing there. And I know there's also been a little bit, like, I wouldn't necessarily say controversy, but a bit of discussion about his voicing in this game. Because, to the best of my knowledge, his credited voice actor is Ray Chase. But there's some of his lines where if you, like, do a bit of audio work on it to, like, remove the metallic filter, it's very clearly Mike Pollock.
Ooh.
I know that at the time of recording this, Mike hasn't really said much because he's like looking into what he can and can't say to like clarify things. But he was voicing lines meant for Eggman during that recording session, so it's entirely possible that those lines were originally intended to be from Eggman. Either he was meant to show up somewhere in this game, or they were doing, like, they had outtakes from the Sonic redub.
Yeah.
And they've just sort of decided to repurpose them for this fight.
I mean, hey, make the most of the lines you've got.
It works, you know. It's working smarter rather than harder, like, rather than just calling Ray Chase back in for some extra lines, but still. That phase that you just did where he was obnoxiously hitting you with his tail there, you can actually skip that phase entirely by doing the opening section perfectly. Trying to get a cling run down, it made it so much easier because that's the phase that's most likely to twat you with something. It's like the hardest to read, isn't it?
Well, no, the key to it is that his eye flashes.
His eye flashes, but I actually found that more distracting than anything, because I'm not very good at reacting quickly to things like that.
Gotta play more action RPGs, mate. Ah, Jesus.
But I prefer turn-based RPGs.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, get twatted, yeah!
Now remember, Chaos Spear. God, we're just building up so much energy here, aren't we?
Ah, damn it, Shadow.
So close.
He just needs one more missile.
What an anticlimactic ending there, Jesus.
Really fun boss, though.
It is, yeah. So just take the L, come on.
No, I am the real Sonic. You're not even the real Tails.
It is an interesting dynamic having Shadow facing against Metal Sonic, though, given that both of them have some kind of hang-up with their own identity, don't they? So it's like, they're coming at that concept from different angles, but it's still a sort of similarity between their characters.
Thank you, Shadow. Really wish we hadn't started to hatch that nightmare egg.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel good, does it?
Well, we're committed to it now, so we might as well finish it off.
I've started the apocalypse, so I may as well finish. By the way, those follow you around the overworld if you care to watch.
Oh, that's cool.
you in pain?
No, I just really like Hot Topic, Maria.
The symbol in the sky. It's the same tingle as my new abilities.
It is the power of Black Doom.
Grandfather?
I made a Faustian deal with that monster.
That's how you can tell that Ian Flynn wrote this. No other writer would have the balls to drop the word Faustian into a spelling script.
Yeah, that's fair.
My powers. That symbol. They're all connected.
Maria's illness couldn't be treated on Earth. I could better manage her condition on the Ark, even if her...
I will say, I do like the sort of filter that they've used over these particular scenes. Also, oh, look at the baby bio lizard.
You can see him even smaller in the journal.
My own experiment.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
So when that alien war...
You know how some people buy a puppy not realising how big it's gonna get? Do you think that's what Gerald was doing here?
You know how some people take out a loan, but the guy with the loan shark essentially is an alien warlord? That's basically what's happening here.
Don't do deals with Black Dome.
So these
Just say it.
abilities are all part of his grand design. You two are linked by blood. As you grow in power, so does he.
My baby brother is a demon? That's so cool.
Control of your mind
None of my
and
Tumblr followers are gonna believe this.
or take over your body and be reborn in you.
Also, I love how Gerald's just like, either this is going to happen or this is going to happen. Not thinking, there could be, a third option where it's just like, Shadow could just beat the shit out of him and just take the power for himself. Yeah, I think that's the answer we'll go with.
To be fair, Shadow hasn't, shown that he's powerful with what Gerald has seen of him.
Well, he did sweep out all the artificial chaos from the Ark.
I don't want to talk about that.
Actually, that might have been afterwards, because that would have been during the invasion, I would have assumed.
Alright, folks, this is where we're going to call it for now. Please join us next time, when Creepy Eye in the Sky adventures continue with Shadow Generations. Bye for now.